Ladies and gentlemen, a brand new meta has arrived and her name is Storm. Now, this is not even necessarily the best way to play Storm, but I'm going to show you that with just basically skill spam and a little bit of heart and a rage CTP, you two can get absolutely despicably good scores. She is undoubtedly the new meta for multiple days of ABX, ABL. Well, the two ABL days that any mutants were competing with, she basically just obliterates all of them. And she may even be good enough from screenshots that we've shown already in videos for, you know, ABX days that you were using somebody else on, like Doctor Strange or Luna or something like that. It's pretty crazy. Her value is just through the roof now, because remember, she's still a support, and she's now a top-tier, free-to-play, accessible DPS. And when you're a DPS for these game modes, you're also a DPS for basically everything else. So you're not getting a one-trick pony where they're not good in, you know, World Boss, they're not good in GBR. You're getting a character that can literally just blow up all PvE content. I'm not going to do the whole run here, but you can see that with just casual attempts here, we're already over 8 million before the last, you know, range of buffs. And for those of you wondering, I think I hit 14 million, 14.5 million on my very first try with Storm yesterday when it was actually her day. So just absolutely destructive, explosive damage. But let's check out the build, Alex, because maybe you have some crazy OP. Wait, there's no Odin's Blessing. Oh, sorry, there's one Odin's Blessing. There's one engraved Odin. Actually, it's not an Odin's Glory Hole, but it is an engraved Odin. But yeah, one Odin's Blessing, stage 12 Power of Angry Hulk. We do have a 5-star artifact, +9. And then we're rocking a Mighty Rage with the 180 in Rage proc. So it's not even a 200 in Rage proc. This could be better. And then we have the Uniform Mythic, but yeah, we're ranked 1700. We're not, listen, we're not pushing crazy stuff. We don't have sort of boner activated. Yeah. So this build could certainly go quite a bit higher, and she's already just obliterating. This is so crazy. This is so inspirational. Storm, level 50 of the newest World Boss Legend Plus, and she does it. No problem. No shenanigans. No having to, you know, go and get multiple, you know, brilliant support CTPs and shift them around. None of this crap, dude. I don't think I have any support CTPs at all on either Cyclops or Professor X, and she does it. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. She's a little bit slow still. I'm not going to make those memes too much. It can be a little bit tough to collect the Aether sometimes, but you know what? It's funny. You don't need to collect the Aether. That's how much damage she does. I kind of ignored the Aether for the most part in my run, and I got it. Now, could the run have been faster if I had focused on the Aether? Sure. But you don't actually need it. As you can see here, 15 bars in under a minute, and I'm playing kind of lackadaisical. So this level of damage is just, this is filthy. Filthy. Certainly, I can say that Cyclops is adding a little bit here. So if you don't have Cyclops, you may struggle because she is adding an additional 30% damage to villains. So that is worth something for sure. But otherwise, man, Storm, like, you know, still like 90+% of this performance is Storm. I'm not trying to take it away from her or imply that it is it's Cyclops' part. I'm just saying, you know, the two changes here are that Storm got a new uniform and that the Cyclops got the support. The only, by the way, if you're playing Storm, when you're playing Storm, and you're going to want to learn how to play her because she's just that good, the only skill you have to delay just a tiny bit is the third skill. She has to, like, rise up a little bit, but it's quite short. You can go into the skill preview, and we will go into the skill preview later in the video to show you. But it's just a really short delay. And what you can do is you can use the camera. When the camera kind of moves a little bit, you can see there, the camera just kind of like nudges itself upward, and that is your kind of clue to cancel it. So yeah. Again, I'm not going to show you, I don't have to show you guys the whole clip. She can absolutely do this while I'm yapping, while I'm playing pretty casually. This is crazy. Just for context, with the previous uniform, I believe I tried on this stage with a Brilliant Rage, and she couldn't do it. Yeah, a Brilliant Rage couldn't do it, and now she can do it with a Mighty. This is a humongous upgrade for her in terms of damage and in terms of function. I basically wasn't using Storm for any content before this uniform. I was just using her as a support. Actually, on the stream, on the live stream when she got her upgrade, I had an insight on her at the time, illustrating literally what I'm saying, that I was using her as a support. And now it's, you know, top tier DPS territory. So this is a huge turnaround. We haven't seen turnarounds like this on characters in quite a while. I got to be a little bit careful with damage because I wasn't at full health there. But yeah, we're flying. Oh, we dashed the wrong way. We're going to miss that one. That's okay. You literally, you don't even have to really worry about chasing the Aethers, man. She's just so good. Now, as far as the rotation goes, I don't have the best, most up-to-date ABX ABL rotation that incorporates more spam or incorporates a more efficient tier 4 charge up. But the 5th skill and the 4th skill can both be instant canceled, and you're gonna get all of the effects. The 4th skill gives you that lightning, and the 5th skill gives you that Magneto iron thing where he comes in and she like electrifies those swords. So that's good for those skills. You cancel 5 and 4, you get 85 hits. The 3rd skill, if you instant cancel it, you don't get anything, so you can't instant cancel the 3rd skill. But if you delay it just a little bit, as you can see when she rose up, you're gonna get those additional hits. And those additional hits are gonna push you from like 120 to like 150. So if you instant cancel 3 into 5-4, you're going to get what is it, like about 100 hits. You're gonna get about 90 hits. If you delay 3 and then 5-4, you're, instead of getting 90 hits, you're gonna get 150. So yeah, it's just it's a really short delay. It's not a long delay, but you have to master it because it is a massive difference. It is a like 50% more hits type of difference, and there's a delay on it, so you don't have to worry. And then when you have the tier 3 up, you just do 3, 5, 4, 6. You want to play on the tier 3. You don't want to cancel the tier 3 into 4, at least as far as I believe, as far as I know. The tier 3 does do a lot of good damage. Also, remember the tier 3 gives her accumulation, so your following rotation after you do the tier 3 is going to hit really hard for things like GBR and World Boss, because she's going to have that maxed out accumulation. But that's it. You can use the first skill, and you should use the first skill to dash and to reposition yourself, particularly for ABX ABL. If you're dodging meteors, if you're dodging Surtur, that's a really good skill to use, and you can also use it against certain World Boss legends. And then the second skill is just, yeah, some additional hits. Maybe you can incorporate it if you have a rage, but for proc builds, you just want to focus on 3 delay 5-4, and it basically is super easy. So Storm is like basically 10 out of 10 for proc friendliness. There's delays on all of the hits for all the skills, so you don't have to worry about procking too early. So yeah, it's really weird. After so many middling characters, I've done so many reviews where I was like, they're pretty good, but yeah, they've got this, but there's no buts here. There's no buts here whatsoever. Storm is without a doubt, a must-have. I would say it's a must-have because it's free-to-play friendly. It's not seasonal. It's a crazy good support. 55 elemental damage. You know, she's like, even at tier 2, right? She's basically like Ghost Panther. She can basically be Ghost Panther for elemental characters. Maybe a little bit worse, but you lose the leadership by using his 30% fire damage leadership with a crit rate. And that's just baseline. Like, if you're not using her at all, just the level of value in the support is tremendous, right? 30% ignore dodge is no joke. It's very good. And then she also just turns into an absolute monster herself. And I also believe she's good at tier 380. So for those of you who don't have her tier 4, who are wondering, like, oh, is Alex just saying this because he has Storm tier 4? He has the tier 4 buff, giving you know, extra accumulation. No. From what I've seen from screenshots and stuff, she can climb as high as stage 60 zombie survival at tier 380, which is kind of crazy. So let's see here. This is tier 4, but we're going to try on stage 60 and see how easy this is. Even with her reduced movement speed. relative to some of the other characters that I'm used to playing. And we're going to do the stall method that MPKAB kind of popularized, where you wait until about 138 to start your rotation so that it lines up with your ISO 8 set. And we just do, yeah. Oh, and everything's gone. Nice. And don't get me wrong. I don't think stage 60, I mean, I know that stage 60 is not the highest stage for zombie survival. It goes up to 100. But being able to do this at tier 380, being able to give you a high score to compete, I think hitting stage 60 is pretty high for, gotta get out of there, is pretty high for most, you know, groups. Because remember, you're not grouping with every player in zombie survival. You're only grouping with 199 other people. So the chances of you getting an average group are the norm, actually, right? The majority of the time, because the majority of the players in MFF are just kind of like average, semi-casual players. So you gotta be careful there. So, I don't even have to play, bro. She's so strong, I can like almost half AFK while I'm playing, and then just wait. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this stuff here and just see. I think our rage proc was halfway activated. That's okay. I'm gonna just be careful here not to take damage from that attack. But yeah, pretty much game. Pretty much game. Super easy, super casual. Stage 60, and she doesn't even have her tier 3 skill. Remember, so this version of Storm, because her tier 3 skill is locked by the condition on zombie survival, doesn't have her accumulation. So she's missing arguably one of her best skills and arguably one of her best PvE buffs. But it doesn't matter because she's still able to easily clear this. Now, for my account, for tier 4, level 60 is not that impressive. But I have to say, having played zombie survival enough, it's rare to see even very, very good characters enter into zombie survival as, you know, alternatives. And 60 was so easy, I could easily push 70. Keep in mind also for 60, it was Doctor Strange, so I had no type advantage. But I could go up to like 70, and it's type advantage versus Cap as a combat type. I could go to 73 or 76 or 79, and I would also have type advantage. 80 might be a little difficult because it goes up 20 stages and it's type disadvantage. So I would either do, you know, 82 or 79. But yeah, she just literally all, like, I'm not going to showcase GBR, but you get the point, right? She dominates. She's number 1 ABL with some ABX. She dominates World Boss. She's basically one of my best World Boss Legend characters now, because I literally had nobody that could do this at all, right? None of these guys, none of these cats could do it. And I was basically banking on a perfectly rolled Judgment for Rogue to do it. And Storm just comes in and is like, oh, Mighty Rage, no problem. 180 roll, no Odin's Blessings, no problem. So I really can't glaze her enough. Obviously, it's not a must-buy. Like, you have to get it. If you don't like the character, if you're not pushing the content anyways, you obviously can skip this uniform. Any uniform is skippable, guys. There is actually no must-have uniform in the game, because you can play the game and enjoy the game and do like 99% of the content, even if you're missing a particular uniform. But man, she just makes it look so good, and she makes it so easy. Why wouldn't you? Anyways, this is the kind of update, this is the kind of upgrade I was hoping for characters like Daredevil that have passed and others. I'm glad that we finally got one. I'll be honest, we can't get too many of these for the rest of the year, because it's gonna like completely flip the game upside down. But I do hope we get at least like 3-4 more Storms by the end of the year, because it's so nice, especially because they took her out of seasonal hell. So yeah, man, it's inspirational. It's inspirational. All right. Anyways, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of Storm. Thank you so much for watching the video. Smash the like button if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.